Good evening, YouTube. It is Saturday night, and I'm here to do a video response to Cassidy about why I like to smoke a pipe. Tonight, be having a drink, having a smoke soon, once I pack a pipe, and yeah, we'll get on with it. First, I wanted to share what this bourbon is. If you were able to find this, it looks like a can of paint thinner, like you'd get at a hardware store. But it's some sort of a black bourbon. Not even sure what black bourbon is as opposed to regular bourbon, but it does have a little bit of a smokier flavor, but it's still sweet. Quite tasty actually for 25 bucks. So I do recommend if you happen to see it in a liquor store near you. And to go with that, tonight I will be smoking also a new arrival. This is the Vermont Maple Cavendish I've been waiting on. Wilkie ran out of jars, so I placed the order probably a month ago, and it took a bit to get here, but well worth it. I have not typically bought 8 ounces of a tobacco I haven't tried, but this one came in its own jar, like an actual nice sealing jar, which I thought was pretty cool. So gave it a go, and it is just like maple syrup. As if you are eating a stack of pancakes. It tastes like maple, it smells like maple, and it's not like maple candy, like kind of mapley, and oh, it reminds me of fall. No, it's like pouring maple syrup into your pipe and igniting it with a blowtorch. Delicious. So that's what we'll be working on tonight. And then I'll do my video response while I'm getting loaded up. So, why do I like smoking a pipe? Number one, smell. I love aromatic pipe tobacco. I like, English blends enough. I do like some cigars, some scotches, usually on the very smoky, peaty side. So I'm surprised I haven't gravitated towards a lot of Kia blends yet. Still only a couple years into more regular pipe smoking, if that. So we'll see. We'll probably get there. But to me, the smell of the tobacco, the smell of the room after you've smoked and you leave for a little while and you come back in, and it's just that sweet, smoky pipe smell. I can't get enough of it. And honestly, the smell is as important as the taste for me. So that's the number one reason I smoke a pipe. Number two is I like to smoke. Just in general. I am a reformed cigarette smoker. Quit, it'll actually be 5 years towards the end of this month. And it's something I did from, 17, 18 regularly to 35. And, figured it was probably time. I think I got sick at the time. I had bronchitis and I was just like, that's it, I'm done with this. But I had smoked intermittently. I had a couple pipes. Usually would grab a cigar if it was, sit outside and barbecue type of a night. But cigars are just, it's a commitment. It's a time commitment. It's a smell commitment. Like, you're gonna stink. Obviously when you're smoking the cigar, it smells just fine. And, you don't notice it on yourself very much after, but man, pick up your clothes the next day from the pile on the floor and give a good whiff, and especially if you've been in a cigar lounge. Yep, definitely strong. Pipes, nothing like that. Get that nice mustache aroma that will stick with you for the evening. Once in a while, wake up the next morning, can still smell it if I haven't showered. But overall, it's just way less of a strong smell. It's gentle. So that's convenient. Why else do I smoke a pipe? Obviously for taste. That is a component for sure. Like I said, I do like aromatics, and I also am generally a 9mm smoker. Pretty much always have a filter. I feel like you lose a lot of the flavor by being overpowered, especially when aromatics get a bit hot if you don't use a filter. So while it does subdue the overall flavor of the smoke, I feel like you can get the actual the topping flavors on top of the tobacco flavors without destroying your taste buds, and you do cut bite down quite a bit. I'll probably do a video about 9mm pipes and of the different filters, what I like about different brands and what I don't. So that comes up to the next reason for liking pipe smoking is I like collecting stuff. When I get into a hobby, I tend to dive in, both feet. I like accessories, I like displays, I like all sorts of things. And we'll have to do a visit to my pipe cabinet downstairs that's got, well, used to house all my pipe stuff. Now the tobacco collection has expanded to a neighboring cabinet. I probably have 40 or 50 blends stacked up. I buy more than I smoke, unfortunately. Or fortunately. Always have a good selection going. But love to try new things and should probably learn to limit myself to an ounce at a time and not, 4 ounces and, oh, I'm sure I'll like it. And then it sits because I've already bought 3 new ones. Don't have time to smoke everything. Also in housekeeping news, this is my Peterson Dublin with the Peelet. One of the very few 9mm Petersons you can get here in the US. I've actually ordered a Peterson System Spigot 9mm 303 shape, which is coming from a small shop somewhere in England because you just can't get them here. Americans apparently don't like 9mm filter pipes. There are a few brands that are fairly prevalent you can get here, but when you want to start getting into Peterson or Savinelli, it gets definitely difficult to find here. Trying to catch my house on fire. So, what else about pipe smoking? What I've found is, and I think this is why I started posting videos this year, when before I never thought I would have interest in putting videos on YouTube, is community. It's boring this year. It's been basically my wife and I with our dogs and just work remotely. Everything's remote, no restaurants, takeout's great, but it's the same stuff over and over. Started really watching a lot of YouTube and, getting back into pipe smoking a little more regularly. It was usually maybe like a once or twice a week. Now I'm kind of pushing it to not every day, but I'm probably going to get there. And I started just watching videos again when I picked up interest and started, digging up all my pipes and tobacco that I hadn't looked at in a while. I just had my primaries out on top and got into it. Started watching some of the old favorites on YouTube and some of the new guys like Cass. And it was just a great way to connect with people outside of my house, outside of my town. I think we take for granted the ability to travel freely and, hop on a plane, go to Europe. Sure, we'll do our annual vacation. My wife turned 40, actually we both turned 40 this year. But her birthday present was supposed to be a trip to Bordeaux so she could drink straight off the vine. And that obviously didn't happen. And it's a shame. But we've used technology to connect. And as much as sometimes technology is a little bit too much, and I think social media is a little bit invasive in people's lives, YouTube, being able to just chat and then likewise listen to people that interest you. It's a great way to stay sane right now while we're all locked down for the rest of this winter and slowly watching these vaccines roll out. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for all of you in the community that have made this so much fun, honestly, to get into. Hopefully I'll start doing some more video responses. This is my first. Well, don't have too much else. I just wanted to get this video made before the deadline. Not in it for the giveaway, really just in it for the community, and definitely want to start participating even more. I keep seeing these Zoom calls and groups that are meeting. I saw some of the Thanksgiving playback and kind of kicked myself for not jumping in on that. So I'm going to try on Christmas, whoever's doing one of these big group Zoom calls, and meet some of you in person, so to speak. Big stack of pancakes. So good. I hate ending videos. I feel like I haven't said enough, or I've said too much, or there's something else I know I want to say, but I can't think of it, so you just have to stare at me, not speaking. But I'm just going to sit quietly and think for a minute. Yeah, no, I'm out of ideas. But Cass, thank you for putting this out there. Great topic, and definitely need to get watching the rest of the community's responses. I've only seen one or two so far. I think everybody has, there's a lot of common interest and reasons for smoking a pipe, but also a lot of individual. A lot of people are influenced by older family members or friends of the family that they knew that smoked a pipe. I didn't come from a family that had any pipe smokers. It wasn't anything I was exposed to. Smoking, yes, but pipes, no. That was something I just caught an interest in when I was a teen, and I got my first pipe when I was 19 or 20, I think. I'll tell that whole story and my very first attempt at pipe smoking even before that. We'll save that for another video, so I have something to make. But with that, happy pipes. Hope they stay lit, unlike mine. And have a great weekend and next week, and look forward to seeing all your holiday videos. Take care.